Doing nothing is communication. Saying something is communication. How you say or express what you say is communication. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. To the new subscribers, you are highly welcome to our families. To our returning subscribers, what's up? Today we shall be talking about three factors that destroys marriages. One, believing the myth about love that once married everything will be rosy. No, this is the first misconception about marriage. One basic but most important phrase in marriage is being intentional. Everything you do in marriage, ranging from the most basic to the most important, must be supported by this phrase, being intentional. A happy marriage doesn't just happen or wished into being, it's built with intentionality. A good marriage is hard work. When you are not intentional about building your home or putting in the work or spending time with your spouse on the assumption that things will fall into place or go smoothly on its own, or my spouse will do this or that or do all the hard work, the illusion of the relationships begin, which further leads to crack and in the long run, the end of the marriage. Secondly, being ungrateful about your spouse. Someone said, if you are not grateful, then you are a grateful. If I may ask, when last did you appreciate your spouse for who they are? When last did you thank God for your better half? Okay, let me bring it closer home. What are you grateful for about your spouse? Don't look for the big things he or she has been able to do. Watch out for those little basic things he or she does. Are you appreciative for the warm meals your wife prepares in the home, or do you think it's her duty? Are you grateful for the provision or allowances or car maintenance your husband does, or do you assume it's just his responsibility? Do you consider yourself to be so unfortunate to end up with the worst spouse ever? My dear, remember that the grass is not greener on the other side. It's only greener where you water it. When you are grateful for what you have, you pave way for what you do not have. Have you found value so far from this discussion? Give this content a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so, and comment down below if you have areas you would want me to air my views on, or just comment to let me know your take on today's discussion. Thirdly, lack of communication or insufficient communication. The basic concept of communication generally is about encoding and decoding of information. That is, one person generates the idea, another receives and interprets it. Two people who are in love must learn to communicate effectively. Communication can be verbal or non-verbal, and it's not just about what you are saying, but what the other person understands from what you have said, and also having a common ground to communicate on. Communication is critical in every marriage. For so many, especially during courtship, there is no frank conversation. We tend to avoid certain gray areas where there may be discordant views, and after marriage, you want to vent out those views, which may be the genesis of some marital issues. There is a certain aspect of communication that is easy to achieve during courtship but difficult to achieve in marriage, and that is effective listening. During courtship, we are so patient to listen, but in a marriage, most times the husbands or wives have no time to listen to each other. When it comes to communication in marriage, it's not just being able to speak, but also the ability to effectively listen and to listen with empathy and be able to put yourself in the other person's shoes and act accordingly. There are times in the home where there is communication and proper understanding of the communication, but no willingness to carry out what is being said or agreed upon. And at the end of the day, there's breakdown in communication, causing the other party to shut up and shut down completely, allowing the other person have his or her own way. For effective communication to be achieved, there should be communication, understanding of the communication, and the will to carry it out by taking counsel. Doing nothing is communication. Saying something is communication. How you say or express what you say is communication. If it's not healthy, it affects the marriage. Most women tend to express themselves verbally, while men are not naturally wired to be verbally expressive. They would rather ponder on issues instead of talking about them. Now, having this understanding from the genetic and sexual orientation is very important, and its absence leads to a breach in communication affecting other areas in the marriage. Now, still on communication, it's important to talk through offenses as soon as they come in. Sweeping these hurts under the carpet is like a volcano waiting to erupt. Even when you have forgiven the hurt done, let your spouse know what he or she did to hurt you so they don't repeat it. And please, let's learn to listen when our spouses air their hurts or point out your faults. Apologize, take correction, forgive, and move on. It's also necessary to learn how to handle stress. Do not direct your work stress to your spouse because he or she is not the source of your stress. Do not transfer aggression. Marriage is said to be synonymous to the University of Forgiveness. So, practice daily forgiveness even before the hurt is done. And when you forgive, do not revisit past hurt. It's very easy to go through marriage only to realize you are just a roommate to your spouse. Spice up your marriage by setting daily marital goals. Goals like today I'll put a smile on my wife's face, or today I will occupy my husband's thoughts, and work towards achieving them. Create time for each other alone. 5 to 10 minutes a day is a good start. Play together. Regularly find out from your spouse what you can do to improve your marriage and do them. Be the one who positively charges the atmosphere as soon as you step into the house. Remember, be intentional and deliberate about your spouse. Thanks for being a part of today's discussion. If you have found value, give this a thumbs up. And if you would love to receive more contents like this, subscribe if you haven't done so, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be informed on our latest upload. Remember to share this with your loved ones. This may be just what would save a home. Thank you for watching and have a great day.